Today we're going to take this F90 M5 competition for a spin, and we're going to see exactly why you might love it or hate it. On paper, it makes absolutely no sense. It's a luxury saloon that weighs nearly 2 tons. It's got 4 doors, heated seats, massage seats, and yet enough technology to launch a spaceship. And somehow it's got over 600 horsepower, because clearly someone at BMW wasn't supervised. And the thing is, BMW didn't need to make it look like this. They could have just stuck a bigger engine into a normal 5 Series, but they didn't. The M5 gets a much more aggressive looking bumper, bigger intakes. This specific one is kitted out with carbon fibre and a face that says move. Now let's talk about the colour, because you'd be forgiven to think that this was paint, but it's not factory, it's not a wrap, it's colour changing PPF, ultra violet purple. Because depending on the light, the colour comes alive. Underneath the sunlight, it absolutely pops, but when it's a little bit darker, it's way more aggressive. And everywhere I go, people always ask the same question: what colour is that? And honestly, I don't blame them. This competition is fully kitted out in carbon fibre. It's got carbon fibre splitter, grille, the air vent, the skirts, the wing mirrors. Not only that, a full carbon fibre roof. And if that wasn't enough, you've got the carbon fibre spoiler and the carbon fibre diffuser. Behind these wheels are brakes the size of dinner plates, which is reassuring, because when you're driving something that's over 600 brake horsepower, eventually you're going to want to stop. And when you get to the back, this is where BMW subtly reminds you that this is not a normal 5 Series. Now, this is when things get silly, because hiding under here is a 4.4 twin turbocharged V8. 625 horsepower, 750 Newton meters of torque, and enough performance to embarrass a car that costs twice as much. And then you climb inside and it becomes a luxury car again. Heated steering wheel, massage seats, ventilated seats, perfect ambient lighting, and it's got soft closing doors. Not only does the driver have memory seats, but the passenger is looked after with their own memory seats and massage seats and ventilated seats as well. Now here's the part I love most about the M5. Most cars make you choose between performance and comfort, but this M5, really you have both. In terms of the comfort, you've got heated steering wheel, you've got ventilated seats, massage seats. Think about it, you're in a supercar killer. Now obviously MPG is not going to be the best, but you're not thinking about that. And just about before you forget, it does turn into a supercar killer, and that V8 kicks in, where you've got your launch mode, your exhaust, your M modes, your paddle shift, and just that 4-wheel drive system in this makes it so comfortable to drive, especially on the back roads in Wicklow. There's multiple driving modes that tighten up the dampers, puts you into sport mode, tighten up the suspension, and it just totally changes how the car feels. So you can go from a more kind of eco style driving, if you do want to save that bit of MPG, it's not going to be much, to an absolute weapon. So in terms of the steering, you've got paddle shift, you've got your different M sport buttons, so your M1 and your M2. These can actually be, changed around to have whatever setting you want on the car. But my specific one completely changes the driving mode of it. It just feels sharper. You can take the bends a bit more, and also the all-wheel drive feels amazing in it. I can jump into it in any type of weather, whether it's raining or it's a beautiful day like today up in the Wicklow Gap. It just makes me so happy. For a big saloon car, you'd be very impressed with the acceleration on this. It's 0 to 60 in about 3.3 seconds. So when you put the foot down and you hear that V8 and she just moves, you wouldn't think you're in such a big car. You'd actually think you're in an Aston Martin V8 Vantage or something. It's unbelievable. So let's change the driving up a little bit. Let's put her into M1. Let's press the exhaust button and let's put her into manual and let's see how she sounds. Sounds good. So let's slow down, okay? Ready? Yeah, sounds good. So my favourite things about this M5 is, I have to say, the massage seats. So think about this, you're having a spa day in your M5. You're getting a full-on lumbar massage. It's unbelievable. I love the Alcantara roof lining. I love the M Sport stitching all around the steering wheel and even the leather. It's really nice because when you are having those hot days, your hands never get sweaty. I don't know how they did them. A lot of supercars or sports cars, believe it or not, a lot of them don't have mirrors, right? And mirrors is very important. This one does, and it's got a light. So it pretty much has everything you need. The ventilated seats, especially on a day like today, are a lifesaver. So you're definitely not getting a sweaty bottom. What do I dislike about the M5? There's actually not a whole lot, but the one thing I would mention is that this F90 M5 new, with every box ticked with the extras, was in around the 190 grand mark. Now, there's not often that people in Ireland pay that much money for a new M5. That's one of the things that would put me off, is that I don't think I could stomach nearly 200k on a BMW at the end of the day. That's what it is, it's a BMW. You know, for that type of money, you could get a really nice Aston Martin Vantage that's a year or two old. So I'm glad I got it a couple of years older, where the depreciation has taken a bit of a knocking. That's the one thing I dislike. Also, running costs, you could definitely give out about that. It's about 14 miles to the gallon. You know, every time I have to go up the road, I'm nearly putting 50 quid into it, but that's just, it is what it is. You have to stomach that. And also the tax. In Ireland, we've got the tax. It's €2,400 a year to tax it, which is ridiculous. So when you do see the new M5s coming out that are, you know, a fraction of the cost basically, with only, you know, very little tax, it's unfortunate because this is a real driver's car. You can hear the petrol V8, it feels amazing, it feels like a proper car when you're driving it. So it is unfortunate that we're being kind of taxed out these types of cars. So it is quite nice when you get one that's a few years old and you can own it. Every time I get behind the wheel of this, I remember exactly why I love it. There's more expensive cars out there, faster cars, and even more exotic cars, but very few cars do absolutely everything as well as this.